Hello everyone, I am Amrita Chandra from IvyProSchool. I am currently pursuing data analytics course here and have completed my masters in economics from CU in the year 2021. Now as a part of my data science course, I have prepared a dashboard on churning of bank customers using Tableau, which I will be going to present now. Now the question comes, what is Tableau? Tableau is none other than a visualization tool which is used in the data science industry. It has the ability to clean and simplify raw data and present it in the form of visuals, which is easy to understand. Moving on to the introduction. It has been well observed that in spite of steady growth and transformation over the past few decades, the banking sector experiences customer churns, which in turn has a negative impact on the financial sector of the economy. To retain the existing customers in the competitive market, a bank should proactively engage with the customers, address their complaints to acquire the trust of the customers. Now, the customer churn analysis, which I will be presenting now, mainly tells about those customers who are likely to close their account and leave the bank. Since it is a major problem in this global economy, I have decided to work on this particular topic. Here are the objectives of my presentation. The first one is to analyze and interpret the customer churn data set by connecting to Tableau. The next one is to form visuals and cards from the given data set. The final objective is to prepare a dashboard to give a clear idea about the topic. The project comprises of one data set. Before proceeding further, I would like to show my data set. The name of the data set is Customer Churn Records and the data set is collected from Kaggle. It has total 18 columns, as we can see, including row number, customer ID, surname of the customers, credit score, geography, gender, age of the customer, tenure of the customer in the organization, outstanding balance of the customers, number of subscriptions, coupons used by the customers, is active member where 1 shows yes and 0 shows no, estimated salary of the customers exited where 1 shows yes and 0 shows no, complaints raised by the customers due to poor quality of service, satisfaction scores out of 5, card type, there are total 4 card type, diamond, gold, silver and platinum, and the points earned on the various card types. Now moving on to the dashboard. This is how the final dashboard looks like. The bank is present in 3 countries including France, Germany and Spain. Out of 10,000 customers, female count is 4,543 and the male count is 5,457. 5,151 customers are active, which means they make transactions regularly and these many have exited. The first visual shows age group wise number of exits. In the age group 40 to 50, most of the customers are exiting from the bank and this is highlighted by the dark blue color. The second visual clearly shows the percentage of the customers who have raised complaint and they have exited from the bank. This implies that complaints of the customers are not taken into consideration seriously, which induces them to exit from the bank. The third visual is a map which emphasizes upon segregation based on country. In France and Germany, the churn record is double as compared to Spain, which is shown by this light blue color. The fourth visual represents the credit score group-wise number of churners. A credit score above 600 is considered high and is shown by this dark blue color. And a credit score below 600 is considered low and is shown by this light blue color. Majority of the churners belong to the credit score group 600 to 700 and is clearly shown by this arrow here. The fifth diagram here emphasizes on the fact that customers who have subscribed to 2 or less than 2 products have a tendency to exit more from the bank. Near about 1,410 customers have exited who have subscribed to only one product. Now if I click on this female, it will show the analysis based on female customers. We can clearly see that 1,142 female customers have exited from the bank. Whereas for the males, it is only 909 customers who have exited. This implies that females are more prone to leave the bank as compared to males. If I click on the age bucket 40 to 45, it will show that 1,673 customers belong to this age group, and out of them 397 have exited. Whereas if I click on this age bucket 45 to 50, it shows that 945 customers belong to this age group, and out of them 411 have exited. And they belong to this high credit score group 600 to 750. Now in this part we will see how the visuals and the individual charts are formed. The first visual clearly shows the age group wise number of churns. In order to create this, I will have to create age bins from age. I will go to create, then bins. The bin size will be 5. I will click on OK. I will drag and drop this field in column and then sum of exit in rows. Then I will go to quick table calculation and convert this to percentage of total. Now I will drag and drop this field into color to clearly show which age group experiences maximum churns. Going back to the dashboard, the second visual clearly depicts the percentage of customers who have exited among those who have registered their complaints. In order to create this, I would need to put sum of exit in columns and complaints in rows. Now I will select this chart and I will go to quick table calculation and then again convert this to percentage of total. I will drop this in label. The third visual shows segregation based on country and it is a map. In order to create this map, I will put country in rows and sum of exit in columns, and then I will select the field map. I would put country into label and then go to quick table calculation and make this percentage of total. I will again drop this into label. It clearly shows that in Germany and France, the churn record is double as compared to Spain. Going back to the dashboard, the fourth visual clearly shows credit score group wise number of churns. In order to create this, I would need to put credit score group into columns and sum of exit into rows. I will make this continuous so it looks like histogram. Then I would need to make a color distinction between credit score group above 600 and credit score group below 600. For this purpose, I need to create this calculated field. I will drag and drop this calculated field into color and clearly we can see the distinction. Now going back to the dashboard, the fifth visual shows subscription wise number of exits. Now I will put product subscribed in columns and sum of exit in rows. I would exclude this part and show this. It clearly shows that customers who have subscribed to only one product exit more. Now going back to the dashboard, there are total 5 cards. In order to create this first one, I would drag and drop country in here. I will go to measure and then distinct count. I will drag this to label. I will go to text, edit text, and I will write here presence in, and here I will write countries. I would reduce the font size to say 12, and also for this one now I will click on OK. The second card shows female and the male counts. In order to create this, I would drag and drop gender in columns, and then I would drop count in text. I will go here and hide this label. I will make this entire view. I will right click and go to format. I will increase this size to say 16, and same with this header also. I will make the font size to 16. It's done. Now moving to the dashboard, there are total 10,000 customers, and in order to create this card, I would duplicate this one, and instead of count of country, I will put here count of customer records. I will go to tooltips. I will remove this field and insert count of customers. I will click on OK. I will go to text. I will edit the text and write here total customers. I will reduce the font size to 12 and click on OK. The third card shows the total number of active customers. In order to create this, I would again duplicate the sheet. I would remove this field and drop here sum of active customers. I'll go to tooltip and insert here sum of active customers. I will go to text, and in the next line I would write active customers. I'll make the font size to 12 and also remove the bold. The last one shows the number of customers who have exited. Again, I would duplicate this sheet. I will remove this and drop exit here. I will go to tooltip. I will delete this and insert sum of exit. Click on OK. I will go to text, and in the next line I will write have exited. I will reduce the font size to 12, remove the bold and click on OK. The visuals and charts are ready. The final dashboard will look like this after all the editing and the formatting has been completed. There are total 5 cards and 5 visuals. In this part, we will see how to prepare the dashboard. The theme that I have selected for this purpose is this one. Now I will go to text and put the title of the dashboard as Churning of Bank Customers. I will select the font style from here. The font size will be 16 and the font color will be white. I will make this center aligned and click on OK. I will place this at the top and drag it. I will choose the background color from here. I will reduce this to 54% and the border will be selected from here. The heading is done. Now I will drag and drop the first card which shows presence in 3 countries. I will remove the title and resize it and place it here. I will go to Format, Shading. I will select None. The font color will be white. Then I will go to Layout. I will choose the background color from here. I will choose the border. In the similar manner, I will format the rest of the cards, and after formatting, the dashboard will look like this, where all the 5 cards are present. Now I will drag and drop the first visual which shows age group wise number of exits. I will first remove the title and then the legends. I will click on Format, then Shading. I will select None. The font color will be white. I will remove the grid lines and drag it towards the right. I will put the title as Age Group 40 to 50 experiences the highest churns. The font size will be 8, the font color will be white, and I will make the center aligned. I will place the title at the top. Similarly, I will format the second visual which shows company-wise number of exits and the third visual which shows country-wise number of churns, and the dashboard will look like this after the 3 visuals has been added along with 5 cards. Now I will drag and drop the fourth visual which shows credit score group wise number of exits. I will remove the title and the legends. I will click on Format, Shading. I will select None. The font color will be white and the font size will be 8. I will remove the grid lines and the 0 lines. I will drag it towards the right and put the title as Credit Score Group 600 to 700 experiences the highest churns. I will make the font color white and center align. I place the title here. Now I need to point out the credit score group 600 to 700. I can do it with the help of an arrow. I will go to image. I can use this double-headed arrow. I will resize it. And place it at the top. Now I will drag and drop the fifth visual, which shows subscription-wise number of exits. I will remove the title. I will go to Format, Shading. I will select None. The font color will be again white. I will remove the grid lines and the zero lines. I will place it here and reduce the size of the visual. I will put the title as Customers with less subscriptions exit more. The font color will be white and I will place the heading here. The dashboard is completed. In this, we will focus upon the data storytelling part. The first objective is to determine which factors influence the churn rate. We can clearly see from the dashboard that age, complaints raised, country, credit score group and product subscribed influence the churn rate. However, we can see from the second card that the proportion of female and male is almost same. Hence, we can say that gender has no implications on the churn rate. So, in the dashboard, there is no visual that shows the effect of gender on churn rate. The second objective is to find out how the churn rate could be avoided. By taking into account the complaints of the customers and addressing their needs, bank can successfully improve the satisfaction score given by the customers, which in turn can reduce the churn rate. The third objective is to analyze whether the churn percentage is same or different in all the three countries. For this purpose, we can represent country-wise customer distribution in the form of a pie chart as shown here on the left hand side. We can clearly see that in Germany and Spain it is 25% and in France the customer distribution percentage is 50%. The churn rate in France and Germany is almost 40%, whereas in Spain it is only 20%. We can conclude from both the diagrams that although the percentage of customer in Spain and Germany is 25, the churn rate is higher in Germany as compared to Spain. This implies that the position of bank in Germany is worst. Majority of the people in Germany do not have trust in the bank, which induced them to exit. The fourth objective is to find out why customers belonging to the high credit score group 600 to 700 exit more. Now the question comes, what is credit score? Credit score is nothing but a figure between 200 and 900 which portrays a customer's creditworthiness. A high credit score is considered good as it means the borrower can repay on time without failure. However, the concern here is that in spite of belonging to the high credit score group 600 to 700 as shown in the fourth visual, customers are exiting more. This may be because of the fact that expectations of the customers are not met. Customers might have switched to other banks where they can get more credit facilities at a lower interest rate and faster. The fifth objective is to retain the customers with good credit score.
The customers who are giving good business to the bank should not leave the bank. So for this purpose, bank can decrease the interest rate, particularly for these group of customers. Moreover, the interest rate will be decided upon the credit history of the customers, at what time they repaid their loan amount and number of products purchased by them in the past. With this, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you.